All right, I'm here with Rose. Hey, Sunday. Sunday. Sunday, come. Sunday, come. Yes. Okay, I'm here with Sunday, and I'm doing a video of where we're at with her down. She's obviously lows down, and then teach her to settle and stay versus just lay down, which is just putting the brakes on for a short duration. This is which can be released at any place or any distance. When I teach settle is when the hip shifts like that. Okay? Using the mat here as an option. She doesn't have to go to the mat, but it's there as a nice target to help teach that we don't want her to get off the mat, right? How do you tell an animal without force that they shouldn't, that this is the hint to stay here? Okay, so I'm going to show this unedited, raw. So you see my mistakes, you see where she is, and you also can learn what to do if your dog has a similar personality, how to fix the mistake. And also, sometimes you just have to take a break. So if there's a moment where the dog gets distracted here, I'm just gonna, but the rest of the video is good, I'm just gonna pause it and then continue when the dog is more focused, okay? Because it's not about, my teaching is not about how to force a behavior on a dog. It's about building a relationship that's gonna last a long time. So if the dog's in a distracted mood, or there's flies around, or some dogs barking down the street and they're not ready to handle that, you know what, just move on. It's about my learning about myself and being more patient. So that's what I hope to teach about this stuff, is that I make mistakes. Every dog is different. There is no cookie cutter way to teach this, but I'm going to show you how I would teach this particular dog to build a nice stay, a down, settle, stay. Okay, so we're starting right now. Okay, first I like to add duration, right? I'm not going to run off and add distractions, run through circles, step over her yet. I want her to understand, and she's allowed to shift from one side to the other to get a different view of me. So that's, to me, okay. This isn't a go to the mat stay. Mat's optional because this is a hardwood floor. Why do I want the dog to know what a hardwood floor is like? Because sometimes you may need to have your dog lay down on that. It's not hot, it's a nice cool day today in Ojai. So it's a great day for a video. Starting to do some YouTube videos where I show the process so we can learn what to do when the dog doesn't understand what we're asking for them. I have some treats right here. I could use the treats, but I'm gonna use the release cue, which is so the freedom is the reward. Okay, if the dog likes a ball or tug, you can release and tug, or play fetch, or frisbee, okay, or chase me. I never chase my dog. So right now we're in a duration of maybe 2 minutes we've been in. You guys tell me. And if anyone has questions or has a different type of dog, I want you to come to this playlist, look through the different types of dogs I'm going to add that I'm currently training, or past dogs I've trained, to show, hey, if there's a dog that's different, hey, I'd love to help you with your type of dog. Maybe come up and I'll show you, you know? So right now she is doing pretty good. She's about 6 months old. It's like a small, slightly built golden retriever. So another trick is she just shifted her hip into a sphinx. She may go to the other side here, watch. But she just got up there, okay? So we have a mistake, look. Sunday, lay down. So that's all you do. We start over, and the punishment is you have to do it for as long as we were before. There's no shortcuts. That's what I like to teach the animal. So I'm going to get a settle here. That's a settle. Not going to use the food at this moment because she might want to get up to get the food, or use it as an excuse to be like, oh, I was distracted. There's a crumb over here. Okay, so when dogs do that, we got to just be aware of it. They're trying to kind of get out of the homework. Okay? Stay. But you can always remind them with the hand signal. So say you're in a quiet cafe and you don't want to keep saying stay, stay, or in a movie theater, or up. Okay, so I'm just gonna back, lay down. So she has a good lay down. She's already gonna settle, stay. The clock starts now. And to be clear, teaching a dog to do nothing and be neutral is probably the hardest thing to do, especially for high energy young dogs. Hey, hey, lay down. She wants to chew on a stick? I'll let her do it now. Stay. If it helps her soothe, great. So the next step after teaching her duration, it would be to add some distractions, some distance. That distraction could start as simple as me spinning, shuffling my feet, doing things that normally get a dog to get up. Also, I'm gonna, now that we passed about as long as she's been in a stay here, I'm gonna release her before she releases herself. That's important. Okay, she's chewing a stick. Some trainers might say that's not acceptable. She doesn't swallow them. If it helps soothe her, it's good. I'm gonna release her. So here's a key point. When I have a stay, I always wanna come back, okay, and release them. Okay, because I don't want them thinking that when I'm over there, oh, I heard him say okay, and I should be released. Okay, so that's the difference between this. Sunday, lay down. Without the S-T-A-Y, okay, I can release from here. Because it's a temporary lay down with a little duration built in. Okay, so that's what, look at my playlist for lay down. That is about teaching a dog to stop, put the brakes on, and then temporarily hold some duration. But the intent is that I'm gonna release her in a couple of moments. Okay, she's in the settle here now. I'm gonna add, the dog's already laying down. Also, my voice and talking is a nice distraction, okay? So we're adding distractions just by me doing this video. But, so now the dog is laying down. See, I just walked up to her, she's laying down. I want her to do this behavior. Stay. Okay, I'm gonna start doing some silly stuff. Adding a little duration. Okay, now let's go back. And then my rule of going back to them is just, it's a good idea. If you have to break a dog's stay from a distance, that's up to you. You can have it so that's really bad if your dog broke a stay from a distance. All right, give a little ish, lay down. I'll ish it for you. There we go, okay? It's about the relationship though. That's the key part of my training. It's positive reinforcement based, but it's really about building a relationship. So I never force dogs to do things just because they're not on schedule, you know. Oh, they're not learning as fast as I want. That's a me thing. I need to be more patient. Treat them like individuals, okay? Stay. Up. Lay down. Lay down. There's no shortcuts. Settle. Lay down. Okay, so right now I have to be patient. She's got an itch. It's a video. It's a big deal, okay? Sunday, lay down. Okay. Okay, good job. Okay. All right, so I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. Also, I'm gonna have a link to add anyone interested to add to my mailing list. Okay, look, Sunday's done. She went in the doggy door, she's done. Thank you. Please subscribe if you like this and like it.